Welcome, everybody, to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. Moments away, it'll be the Los Angeles Clippers going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Chance now to take a look at some of the steal numbers over the scope of the last few months for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They've got Cason Wallace. Williams is out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Chet Holmgren. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point guard. And for the Clippers, we'll see Powell and Leonard playing the forward spots. Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Now here's Leonard. Zubac, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Shot clock at 5. Harden against Williams. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
You never see James Harden get sped up by a dwindling shot clock. He understands how much time he has to make a play.
And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. Now here's Harden. Last game with 30 points. Screen by Zubac. Harden's shot is off. For the Los Angeles Clippers, they come in off a good outing against Memphis.
Well, you saw how dialed up they were from distance. The defense just couldn't get out to everyone.
And that explains their three-point percentage. They had more than a few players giving the defense absolute fits from range.
If you mention the best players in the NBA, Doris, you have to mention Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. How's he made the leap so fast?
Yeah, Kevin, this is an interesting growth and development story because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has shocked everybody. He can get to any spot on the floor. He's one of the most relentless drivers in the game. You have to respect his three-point threat, which balances out that dribble drive game, and he's willing to compete defensively. Sky is the limit for this young man.
Now here's Wallace. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Wallace with a screen on Hart. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Boy, that's just a vet move right there. Night in, night out. Gilgeous-Alexander, such terrific awareness.
Zubac, a screen on Wiggins. Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
The free throw drops for Powell.
Well, one thing there's no question about is that Norman Powell is a gifted athlete. Now it's about rounding out that game, particularly his shooting.
And so Powell nails both of them.
What you love about Norman Powell historically is he knows his role is professional scorer.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media, but people in the know how good of a defender he is.
And he makes the first.
What you love about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is this young man's work ethic. He is a gym rat who's always looking for ways to improve.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Jones is checked in, and Oklahoma City with a change here too. Dort's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to talk with Tyronn Lue for just a minute. He immediately mentioned that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, of course, is at the top of their scouting report. He told me the key to stopping SGA is defending without fouling. Easier said than done, but try to keep him off the free throw line. And try, emphasis on try, to make Shai a jump shooter. A very tall task, guys.
Thank you, David. A three-pointer is right on target.
Kawhi Leonard's career three-point percentage might shock people. And I'm telling you, as a defender, I'm not conceding that one.
Now here's Wallace. 11 points for him in that last game against Charlotte.
And let's not forget about the assists. This guy is a playmaker, was a driving force for that offense.
And what a new era for the Clippers, Greg, playing here in their own arena, the Intuit Dome.
You had no more sharing, right? No more covering up Laker banners. It feels like the Clippers are on their own 2 feet now. This was the goal for the ownership group, and they made it happen.
Free throw good, Wallace. Entering the home stretch of the season, GA, how excited are you for the play-in tournament?
Oh, it's a lot of fun, Kevin. You can go from a 10th seed to making the playoffs. It makes this part of the year that much more entertaining.
Simmons checked in for Zubats. Wallace hits 2 free throws. Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They've only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference finals in team history back in 2021. Not bad for a franchise that had one of the worst win-loss records in league history.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. With 10 games left, let's see how the playoff race is shaping up out west. Taking a look at Oklahoma City, they've continued to play strong basketball, if not utterly dominant, as the last part of the season grinds toward the playoffs. And it looks like, guys, they'll hold on to that #1 spot the whole way there. And, of course, the Clippers, quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
And when I look at Oklahoma City, they've gotten off to a terrific start this year. We knew they were capable of playing terrific basketball, and so far they have not disappointed.
Yeah, and there really hasn't been any feeling out process for them at the start of the season. They were in peak form immediately.
Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Pass to Harden. And there's the call on Lou Dort. That's his first foul. A different look for Oklahoma City. Williams, he's checked in for Williams. Williams comes in for Wallace. And it's Alex Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander. .153 left in the first quarter of the game. Back to Leonard. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Leonard's got 5 points so far.
Toughness and tenacity very much describe Kawhi Leonard's game.
Caruso, the pass to Dort. Dort with a screen for Holmgren. Connects from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
It's Powell on the wing, defended by Dort. Dort against Powell. Lock at 6. Jones with the screen on Williams. Here's Simmons. Thunder with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Oklahoma City.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
Certainly something to keep an eye on. We'll see how the rotations go this time out. Every night it seems to be different.
And the Clippers have possession after Oklahoma City gets the 3. And Simmons kicks to Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Woo-hoo, the leaping ability of Norman Powell. Throw it down, sir.
The Thunder with the lead. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Caruso against Simmons. And here is Caruso. 9-point game his last outing. Door to screen on Simmons. Caruso can't cash in from the high post. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Thunder lead by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
They've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
And this is why coaches say be aggressive. As long as you're playing smart, good things tend to happen, even if you're on the road.
Here's Simmons. No scoring in this one. On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. Both Jalen and Jalen Williams are out there. One at the 3, the other at the 5. Lou Dort out there with Alex Caruso. And it's Wiggins in at the power forward.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Williams attacking. That one goes in.
Boy, that's what you call a tough 2-point bucket. Jalen Williams using the dribble to get separation.
When you talk about Jalen Williams, Doris, is it fair to say this guy has superstar level potential?
Without a doubt, Kevin. Jalen Williams is a 3-level scorer. He's fearless in the clutch. He has the hunger to keep improving, and he can be a lockdown defender. He's got all the tools to reach the level you're talking about.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Of that attitude, growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. The first one falls. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Now, here's Dunn, covered by Joe. Dunn kicks to Jones. Outside, Bogdanovich. Pass to Zubac. Dunn looking over the floor. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Well, Chris Dunn, remarkably comfortable in the mid-range. You get him the ball in that spot, he'll take care of the rest.
Here's Williams. And he banks in the layup. Williams has got the lead up to 3 now for the Thunder.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And the Clippers making a change here. Leonard's checked in, and a switcher also for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's checked in. Here's Dunn. 11 points for him in that last game against Memphis. Outside, Bogdanovich. Buries it from three-point range. Bogdanovich has got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
And this is why Bogdanovich has a permanent green light from the arc. Frankly, the team expects this from him.
Williams kicks to Caruso. Just 5 to shoot. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Joe can't get it to go. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Next step for them, the Knicks, a road game in New York. That'll be game 1 of a 4-game road trip. Looking now at some numbers for Bogdanovich.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
2 shots.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. James Harden, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. Williams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Isaiah Joe. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. To the paint. Here's Dort. The kick out to Williams. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Puts up a deep 3. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Clippers have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. People like to debate, and Greg, I don't know if this is you, what's better, Kawhi's defense or his offense?
Well, Kevin, I'll say this. Even if he was a subpar defender, his offense alone would have him among the league's top players. But his defense isn't subpar. At its best, it's elite.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And, Torres, what's amazing to me, if you look at Kawhi Leonard's production year to year, there's no drop-off.
There's certainly consistency to what Kawhi Leonard does. When he entered the league, he was a defensive force from the outset. And then he built methodically his offensive game. Free throws, post-game, and now range shooting. He is a complete basketball player.
No good on the second free throw.
Watching Kawhi enter the league as a lockdown defender and now become an all-around champion. Boy, what a career he has had.
Now here's Wallace. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren against Simmons. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
Dort with the ball. Leonard picks him up. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. And Los Angeles guys shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Dunn passes to Harden. The Thunder pull it in.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That's on Ben Simmons.
Boy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has become the master at drawing fouls.
And, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
And, guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
We've also seen them show a willingness to take advantage of the mid-range opportunities. The defense conceding these looks, and they're cashing in.
Eubanks, he's checked in for the Clippers. Aaron Wiggins, he's checked in for the Thunder. And he's good on the second.
Boy, the more you watch Shai Gilgeous-Alexander play, the more he shows you the aspects of his game just getting better and better and better.
Now here's Leonard. 23 points for him the last game against Memphis.
The other thing I thought was big, guys, was the incredible night he had on the glass. No one wanted any part of him down there.
Here's Holmgren. Holmgren sets the screen for Wallace. Wants to get it to Holmgren and does. That gives them the lead. Holmgren's got 5 points so far.
And once Holmgren gets the ball in there, he can finish in so many ways.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. A different look for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Eubanks, and Norman Powell subbed in for Jones. Done outside. Knocks it loose. Pass to Powell. And the layup's good off the glass. Powell's got the game tied up here for the Clippers.
Wow, with contact in the restricted area, Norman Powell, gritty play.
Holmgren in the post. Working on Zubac. Holmgren kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 on the clock. Oklahoma City moving it around. That 3 off the mark.
Boy, with his shot not falling right now, it might be time to look in a different direction. See if you can get your teammates started.
Back to Harden. That shot off. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. Wiggins right side. Here's Williams. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Thunder out in front, leading by just 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Kawhi, a big first half for you all offensively, but big first half for them, too. Any concern there?
They're still scoring pretty good, so we got to play better defense second half because we don't know if we're going to keep making the shots that we're making right now.
We'll see who can get some stops, Kawhi. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Hey, everybody. Psst. I got a secret. We're approaching the playoffs, and we are starting the show with a breakdown of the Western Conference standings.
I think for Oklahoma City, they've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true. Now comes the hardest part in the postseason. Every team is going to be gunning for them.
And let's turn our attention to tonight's game. The Thunder find themselves in a real battle.
Depth has been the key for them so far. They've gotten a nice spark from their second unit, especially at the offensive end.
And they've needed every bit of that bench production. It's been the difference. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And so Harden will bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 2. We'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spots. Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Zubac in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Zubac has got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for Los Angeles. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. And talk about victors and guys who play to their strengths. What about Zubac? He does a great job.
He does, Kevin. A 7-footer who wants to play like a 7-footer. He's an outstanding rebounder. He doesn't need the ball offensively. You know he's going to show up and give you great effort every night.
5 to shoot. Fires the 3.
And really, that D from Dunn is spectacular. He just covers so much ground.
Here's Harden. And he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 2.
And you got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Williams. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Williams. Wallace against Dunn. Pulls it up. Wallace misses.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Holmgren comes with the double team. And Harden with the basket on the assist from Zubac. Harden's got the lead up to 5 now for Los Angeles. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And now let's bring you the list of the top 3-point shooting teams over the course of the past 10 games. The Clippers in second. 5th on the list, the Thunder.
Yeah, both teams on fire right now, shooting lights out from long range and also great ball movement, I think, enabling them to create those terrific opportunities.
Now here's Williams, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Wallace with a screen on Powell. Pass to Holmgren. And again, unable to change momentum here.
Wow, another empty possession out of the gates. 0 for 4 in this half. Brutal.
Here's Harden. And it's in there. Now it's a 7-point Clipper lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Higgins outside. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander, a screen on Zubac. Holmgren gets the bucket. Holmgren's got 7.
Boy, that was a much-needed bucket in the second half. They're now 1 for 5.
Powell kicks to Harden. Pass to Leonard. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. A 3. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound.
Absolutely tenacious, guys. Stuck right on him defensively, bothered that shot.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Makes good on the step-back jumper. And now just a 3-point Los Angeles lead. The Clippers have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. And it's done in the corner. Leonard kicks to Powell. Harden has a wide-open look. Another miss by Harden. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Dagnall said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times if that's what the game calls for. He paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those too. Kevin, he certainly will.
I agree. You know, David, he is fearless. No good on that one. And the Clippers making a change here. Jones is checked in. Then for the Thunder, Jalen Williams is checked in for Aaron Wiggins. And it's Dort in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Good on the second free throw. And so Powell will bring it up for the Clippers. Since halftime, they've only allowed 5 points. We've got 1:55 left in the third. Jones with the screen on Dort. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's a 2 from Powell. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Williams, a screen on Harden. Look from Wallace. He nails it, and we're tied up. Wallace has got 5. We've got 1:28 left in the third quarter. Harden the pass to Jones. Back to Harden. Can they get it? And he's good on the 3-ball. Harden's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
Williams kicks to Williams. Williams sets a screen for Williams. To the left side wing. Holmgren the pass to Dort. 5 on the clock. 14 feet away. Williams can't hit. They play the clock right. They can go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Leonard the pass to Zubac. Wallace against Leonard. Leonard down the lane. And they pick up 2. Now it's a 5-point Clipper lead.
Kawhi's game comes with a measure of resolve as a scorer. Contact simply doesn't affect him as much as other players.
Pass to Williams. Now here's Holmgren. Shoots over Zubac. Misses the fadeaway jumper. James Harden getting it done for the Clippers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be right back after this. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
Three-tenths quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Thunder trailing by 5. So the Thunder 5 right now. Dort and Williams up in the forward positions. Isaiah Joe is out there with Alex Caruso. And it's Williams at center. LA's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Inside. Right block shot. Simmons can't get it to go. The Thunder shooting around 41% on the night. Williams against Jones. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Williams.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen Williams got as great a basketball frame as you could hope for. That's strength right there.
Now here's Leonard. Shoots over Dort, and it's Leonard missing. Outside, Dort. Pass to Williams, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Tuesday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Sacramento Kings. Then on Thursday, they'll be tipping off a homestand, starting with the Memphis Grizzlies.
And it's going to be home game after home game after home game for this group. So they got a great chance to string together a number of wins given how strong they've been playing.
Simmons can't get it to go. Here's Caruso, and the layup is good.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
And we've talked about this. When Simmons takes initiative, good things tend to happen.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Clippers.
They're still slashing and attacking the rim, and the defense yet to make the adjustment and keep the ball in front.
Second chance points have also been a big part of what's happened in this game. Crashing the boards with authority, turning those opportunities into second chance points. Boy, big time on the offensive glass.
Powell, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Isaiah Joe. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
And really, if not for the miss, they'd be sitting in a much better position.
Caruso, the pass to Williams. Done against Gilgeous-Alexander. Caruso, a screen on dime. Gilgeous-Alexander. Again, Oklahoma City.
There's so many ways Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can create for this offense. He's becoming one of the top scorers in the game.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. A different look for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac has checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's James Harden in for Simmons. Then for the Thunder, Holmgren, he's checked in for Williams. Kenrich Williams comes in for Williams. And Wallace subbed in for Alex Caruso. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. Now, Coach told his guys it's not over until it's over. He asked them to stay sharp out there and to keep fighting. If we lose this, it's on us, he said. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Wallace kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Harden. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. Leonard, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Wiggins is checked in for Dort. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 of 3 to start the fourth quarter. Powell against Wiggins. Knocked loose. Here's Powell. Over Wiggins. Powell. That's good. And the Clippers lead by 2.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
And yes, it's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got it all tied up now for Oklahoma City.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunities.
Dunn finds Harden. Makes it off the glass. Harden's got 12 points in just the second half.
James Harden has always absorbed a huge offensive burden. It matters not where he's playing and with whom. The guy is big time in the clutch.
And the dunk by Holmgren.
Unflappable. I mean, no moment is too big for Holmgren. They needed that basket.
Jones with the screen on Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, easy call.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
Boy, Kawhi Leonard lets his game do the talking. Yes, he's soft-spoken and quiet, but boy, he's a big-time player.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them the lead.
You know, he couldn't make all of them, and they'll have to settle for just a 1-point lead.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
Boy, that's the last thing they needed. This game too close to be making those kinds of errors.
A minute 42 left to play here in the fourth.
Oh, man, is Kawhi Leonard a tough cover. Just so good at drawing contact.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Well, consistency is so critical, especially in clutch moments. This guy has got that gene.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Jones. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Clippers leading by 3. 1:19 left in the game.
Wow, Chet Holmgren sending it back. He is willing to take on any kind of challenge.
And the basket by Gilgeous-Alexander.
The quiet confidence, the ruthless execution. You need a big-time bucket. Shea is on time.
Shoots from the elbow. Got it.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch. SGA, that's Shea Gilgeous-Alexander to you. Big-time clutch delivery.
Leonard against Williams. Leonard, no luck. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Yes!
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, one of the calmest, most clutch players in the league. That's a big-time moment.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
Hey, they do have enough time here. If they shoot quickly to get the 2 for 1, we'll see if they try.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Zubats is checked in. Gilgeous-Alexander against Harden. Here's Leonard. Goes back up. And Holmgren pulls it down.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
And that's an intentional foul.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was a huge, huge shot. The difference between a 2 and a 3-point lead at this stage is major.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. And what's their best move at this point?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
Powell with it. Screen by Zubats. It's Powell with the drive. Count it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that simply stated a terrific play.
Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. A deep three from Leonard. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, Chet Holmgren.